Hello, this is Mrs. Civitillo, and this video is to show you how to find a book in your Lexile. We have a couple of tools we can use. This video will show you how to use our John Wallace Middle School Library Media Center and also the book wizard on Scholastic.com. Let's start by going to the John Wallace Middle School webpage. And we're going to click on Resources. The first tab, oh, there's Mr. Civ. Hi, Mr. Civ. The first thing that you're going to find is the John Wallace Middle School Library. So you go ahead and click on that. And then this gets you to the Destiny Catalog. The Destiny Catalog is a very common catalog that you'll see in a lot of different sites. A lot of different schools have this catalog. So this tells you what's available in the Library Media Center. So on a snow day, you can actually see if a book that you want to read is available and do this from the comfort of your own home. You do not have to be in school in order to do that. The first thing we're going to do is click on Reading Programs, and you'll see here, you're going to click on Lexile. That's going to make a pop-up box, and in these two boxes is where you're going to put your Lexile range. So I'm just going to make up a range. Now, in order to make my search a little bit more effective, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can put in a subject that I like. So I like humor. Type that in and click on keyword. And it will bring up books here in a variety of different genres that are related to my search. So this particular book actually happens to be a sports book too. So I can click on this and it will give me all the information about One-Handed Catch. And it'll also go ahead and the Lexile is listed down here. It's a 7:10. Whoops. Sorry. There's a pop-up box here. You can see what time I'm doing this. You can see that it's a Lexile of 7:10. I put in the range of 600 to 610, 600 to 800, so you can see that this is a good fit for me. If I choose to use this book, I can see that there are 2 copies in the library at the John Wallace Middle School that they are available. And I believe that they will also tell you they have them at Kellogg over as well, so they can always ship them from Martin Kellogg over to our school if we need that. And then we can also put it on hold. I'm not 100% sure how to do that. So of course, if there's a book that you would like that is not available, you can always go see Mrs. Franciselli in our Library Media Center. Another way to do it is if we go back and we type in a title, we can see if the book is available. So let's say, for example, we wanted to see Hatchet by Gary Paulson. No matches are found. So this must mean that it's not in this Lexile. So what I'm going to do, if I wanted to find whether or not this book was the Lexile of this book that I found that I wanted to read, I'll just go back, change the settings again, get rid of that Lexile piece, and hit search. Maybe if I just get rid of this. There we go. Hatchet is a 1020, so that's out of my Lexile range. So I would have to go ahead and see what else is available. So you can see how sometimes finding a book, if you find a book in my classroom library or Miss Agana's classroom library, finding a book is part one, but you want to make sure that it's in your Lexile range. And if to get more information about Lexile, please click on the other video that I'm sending you this weekend for more information. Another great way to find a book is to go to the Scholastic book wizard. Book Wizard actually has an app on your phone. You can download it for any smartphone. It's great that if you're in a bookstore or you're at the library and you don't want to go ahead and type up everything into the Library Media Center, or even at the town library, if you want to use this mobile app on your phone, it's free. And what it does is it scans the ISBN number, which is like that barcode in the back of the book. And what it does is it'll pull up the information on the book so that you're saving a step. So it's a great one-stop shopping. And this is where that mobile piece is available. Or you can go, if you have an iPhone like I do, just go to the App Store and download it, and it's free. A great way to look for a book on Scholastic Book Wizard by Lexile, I'm going to show you in just a few minutes, but a couple other things about Scholastic Book Wizard is that this is a great way to just find books that you want to read. Not all of these books are available in our Library Media Center, but we also do have the town library as well. So this is a great way to find books that you want to read. It's pretty up to date with the new awesome books that people want to read. So I suggest that, and it's a little bit more user-friendly, I think, than our Media Center one. Our Media Center one, I think, should be used for once you find a title and look it up to see if it's available. So this is the home screen for the Scholastic Book Wizard. What I suggest that you do is click on all books here. It's the tab that's highlighted. Now, say, for example, if you have a younger child who is doing a DRA, I know at the elementary schools they do have grade equivalents by letter, or they might have a particular number. You might click on this and then follow the rest of the steps just like I'm about to tell you. So you can do this for both your children if you're at the library, just to make sure that they're reading in the book range that is appropriate for them. But for 5th graders, we're going to click on Lexile Measure. And it's going to just take a couple minutes. Hopefully my computer is working properly today. And once that screen pops up, we're going to see, it's going to give us the ability to kind of plug it in and see what you get a range. Okay, let's see if we can do it this way. Oh, there we go. Or you can click on the tab. That's what I suggest you do. So what I was doing here, clicking on Lexile Measure, that wasn't helping. Let's click on Reading Level. So here you want to use the boxes that are underneath the Lexile Measure. And so you can see it starts at 200 and it goes all the way up to almost 1700. So you want to start at the lower end of your child's range. It is rounded to the nearest tenth. So for example, if your child is 593, you would use 590. And say it went up to 767, I would say you can always go to a 767, I would use 770. And then you click Find. Now, here's where it gets a little overwhelming. They found over 13,000 items. Obviously, that would take many days to get through. So we want to narrow our search and click on some of these filters. First thing we could do is just narrow it by clicking on the interest level, which we're going to click on grades 3 to 5. For every Lexile, regardless of the range, even if you click on a higher range, they'll always give a pre-K and grades 1 and 2 option. So we're going to click on the grades 3 to 5 option. And then we're going to go ahead and scroll down over here to the theme and subject, or genre. So genre will give you that ability to look at mystery or humor, or I believe they have graphic novels as well. Let's go ahead and also you can look at theme and subject. So for example, if your child's really into history or into science, school life, or sports, this is a great way to search for that. I'm going to click on sports. Now I've gone from over 13,000 books now to 361 books. I could further that search by clicking on the sports that I want to read. So I really like to read about, let's say, football. So within my Lexile range, I'm able to find all kinds of information about the books that I want to read. So you can see here that it's a nice visual peek here. They have a nice picture of the front cover in most cases. And what you can just do is click on the title. Let's say I want to look at Emergency Quarterback. And it'll give me a little bit of background information about it so I can see that whether or not it's something that will be a good fit for me, and if it solves my interests, if it fits within my interests. Okay. If I don't care for this particular book, I can always hit the back button and continue to look through my list. So this is one way to find a book in my, well, I don't want to do that. Another way to look for a book is many kids have similar books or books that they love that are their favorite books, and they want to find a book just like it. So you can click on similar books and put in a title. So let's say that my favorite book is Harry Potter. It'll pop up. I'm going to click this first one. So many of you with the Lexile may find that Harry Potter is a Lexile measure of an 880. You may find that this book is not in your Lexile range, whether on the lower end or on the higher end. Excuse me. So what you can do is adjust the reading level. So say that an 880 is too hard. I can use this button and I can click lower, and it'll lower the grade reading level one grade lower. If those still are not right, I can continue to adjust this to make it 2 and even 3 grades lower. On the opposite end of the spectrum, if it's too high, I can always move it and find books that are similar, the similar type of flavor as this book, and I can click on go and it'll find those books. And this is what it will look like. Obviously, it's still giving me the Harry Potter series, but you can see it's also giving me some different types of books here in a 990, which is above. The other way that I would use this site is that many kids want to read particular books, but they don't know what the Lexile is. So let's say Wonder is the big book right now. Right here. And it's a Lexile measure of 790. What if that is not, that is something your child wants to read, but if it's not within their Lexile, what you can do is click on this book alike. And again, it'll bring you to that particular area that we just looked at, and it will, sorry for these pop-ups. It will allow you to adjust the reading level. If it's too low, again, you adjust it to fit your child's reading level. But they will find a book with similar themes, and they'll be able to find a book that they enjoy. I hope that this tutorial helps you and your child find a book that's appropriate to them. Happy reading.